Welcome to this Windows channel, and this is the Tech News Update. We are Thursday, December 14th, 2017. And today in our Tech News Update, well, it's today that the net neutrality vote is going on the FCC. In a surprise move, they are actually streaming the vote live on the internet for whoever wants to see it. But there's more and more voices that are saying, nope, this should not happen. So what will this actually do? Will things change today? Not exactly, because yes, the vote is today. But there are some lawsuits to expect. There are a lot of things that might happen. So these changes will probably not be right now. But it's going to be interesting to look at 2018. What exactly will happen? And remember that the battle isn't over yet. And if you live in the United States, please call, email, or in any way possible, contact your lawmakers, your congressmen. Let them know how you feel, and it's possible that things could change. Well, if you have updated your Android devices, mostly on the Pixel devices, and have problems with multi-touch, it seems that Android 8.1 is having issues with multi-touch on many devices. After being upgraded, a flood of users are reporting the issue. So, of course, Google is looking into it and will fix it with the next update. So, a UK internet service provider, just for the fun of it, demonstrated how you can actually use a wet string to transfer data. So basically, it used a little string like you see here on this picture. It put, of course, water on it, so it made it wet. And it showed that it can actually peak data transfers of 3.5 megabits per second over a wet string. So that's mostly for the fun of it. And, of course, the ISP did say not to expect to have wet string internet anywhere near you soon. So we've learned, of course, about the Windows 10 on ARM devices last week with the Snapdragon 835. Now we've learned today that the first PCs that will use the new Snapdragon 845 architecture will show up in the second half of 2018. They're already in the works, basically. Microsoft's app that lets the blinds see, and what I mean see is by having description of the world around it, is getting very popular, and it's actually changing lives of a lot of people, according to a report. But also, Microsoft has just upgraded its artificial intelligence to it to make it even more powerful, and they say that they are committed to making this app one of the best apps you can use to see the world around you if you have some disability. Many YouTubers and Twitch users have voiced their concerns in the past week over the net neutrality vote. A lot of them fear that the throttle in YouTube or Twitch video or live streaming might affect their own plans, their revenue, and their channels. And of course, they fear that some internet service providers might be tempted to charge more to get YouTube or Twitch on some internet service for users in the US, basically. So, of course, it is, I think, something that a lot of us are wondering what's going to happen. Well, 3 men in the United States have pleaded guilty to creating the Mirai botnet. This is the botnet that uses Internet of Things devices. And basically, they created this code, which is, by the way, still going on because once you put it out there, it stays out there. Now, they actually had created a business where you could actually just pay an amount to get a distributed denial of service attack against a website if you wanted. Now, they pleaded guilty and were, of course, asked to pay $725,000 in bitcoins with this agreement. So, do you recycle your electronic devices? Well, very, very interesting because a lot of devices that you have might actually be just thrown out in the garbage. A study says that only 20%, that's 1/5 of all devices, electronic devices, are actually recycled. The rest is going to the dumpster. And basically, there needs to be more recycling as these devices contain a lot of hazardous metals and chemicals. And basically they do need to have this recycled done. So what happened exactly this week again? We had a report about that a few months back, but it happened again this week. All traffic for Facebook, Apple, Google, and Microsoft sites for a brief moment were routed through an unknown internet service provider in Russia this week. All the traffic would go there. So it makes a lot of security experts wonder about the security of internet traffic, because this doesn't seem like a human error. It seems to be intentional. And what are some of the most vulnerable data that hackers want to get on their hands on in the future? It seems that health data, as health records and information are getting online, more and more of this will be in danger of being hacked, or, all the personal information of your life could be sent to bad guys. And they say that we got to be careful in the deployment of these devices and these services. So this was the Tech News Update for Thursday, December 14th, 2017. You enjoy our videos? Please subscribe, give us thumbs up, and thank you so much for following us on this channel.